some more stuff that I got in July, a lot of stuff that I got in July, and I'm going to show you guys 5 things that I've just been blowing money on. Again, something that I like to do rather than go spend. Okay, I'll admit, I spend a decent amount of money on collectibles. Okay, on my Magic, on my Pokemon, stuff like that. However, I don't usually spend a bunch of money on other stuff. So that's how I justify in my mind the spending. But I did get a bunch of new things to add to my collection and things that make life more convenient. Number 1, for content creation, I've seen a bunch of these little cameras around. Some of them are as much as $170. Others are as cheap as like $25. I got one that was around $40, and this is a clip-on body camera. As you can see, listen here. So the way this thing works, it might seem very apparent and easy to understand for you guys, but I'll show you anyway. It goes on like this, and you would wear it like this, right? However, best way to do it, to stabilize, so that the camera's not bouncing, boinking, and moving around, have it magnetized through the shirt. Have recorded with this already, just point of view stuff, if you're making food, if you're opening packs, whatever it might be, shopping, doing IRL content for YouTube or whatever. But the really nice thing is you can just tap to start recording. You can tap to stop recording. It can be synced up to your phone. It's a little less intuitive when it's connected to the phone. You have to like do that on the phone. You can't tap to start and stop if you're connected to the phone looking at things live. Yeah, I used it when I was golfing this past weekend. First thing I got is this little camera. It's been a lot of fun already, and it was not that expensive. I got it off the TikTok shop. If you guys have been seeing advertisements or things like that for these, I can't give it a full review, but I will do a rating and review of this thing after I've used it for a little bit, and I will post the name, brand, and stuff in the description below. Item number 2. This is a scan stand. However, the principle is still the same. This stands like this, and you then slide your cards in off this little ramp. You have your phone sitting atop of this, and for your Magic cards, you'll just simply scan them or slide them in, and it will automatically scan those cards as they go in. So it makes it really easy to inventory and get the values of your cards if you're using an app like Mana Box or Rare Candy or Collector. I'm new to Magic. I thought that was a good idea. It's made scanning my cards much more convenient. And then once they're in the thing in here, rather than having to like your fingers in there and bend your cards, the end comes off, you slide them right out, you put that stopper right back on the end, and you are ready to scan again. Outside of being, I guess, a little bit fragile, it's been great to me so far, but I may have to take this up with the shop owner and see if he can send me another. So that's item number 2. So far, man, I mean like 8.5 out of 10 on this item. This brings it down a half point because this has broken since I started using it and doing this video, and it makes scanning much, much easier. Item number 3. Edge of Eternity's booster packs. I've done 2 bundles. I have another bundle in my collection ready to open over here. I have a booster box that's on the way and a collector booster box that is on the way of the new set, Edge of Eternities. Reason I'm showing you guys these is because I thought it'd be fun to open one of these with you guys on stream right now. So without further ado, some pretty cool cards you can get out of this set. The rarest ones are going to come from a collector booster box. There's still some fun cards that you can get out of here. Here's our token on the back. The nice thing with Magic is there is no card trick. You just jump in here and you can get your have your cards in the order of rarity. We have a Beamsaw Prospector, Cloud Sculpt Technician, Bright Spear Zealot, Sky Stinger, Nebula Dragon, Thawbringer, Red Tiger Mechan. That kind of is cool art. Legendary creature Servotum the Lucent. And I believe the next one or the one after is supposed to be our rares. Full bore. Here we go. We got an Artifact Spacecraft 1010 that costs 8. When this spacecraft enters, destroy target non-creature permanent. Then this spacecraft deals 4 damage to each creature. And it has station, which means you tap another creature you control, put charge counters equal to its power on this spacecraft station only as a sorcery. It's an artifact creature at 5+. So there's our rare, and here is our reverse holo, and here is our basic land. Reverse holo, nothing special. Really cool color, but this was our rare. The really cool lands are the ones that I've enjoyed opening the most, and kind of seeing these like planets and destroyed planets and terrain and stuff. I'm excited to open my collector booster box. I've debated keeping it sealed, but with Magic, I just love opening things. Pokemon, I like to keep sealed. But yeah, that is the third thing that I've been getting into is Magic the Gathering and the new set, Edge of Eternities. Number 4. So number 4 is this bad boy. I've already got it opened up. Sorry, I already got it opened. This is just one of those little 30,000 arcade game sets that comes with the USB and the little stick that plugs into your TV and 2 multiplayer controllers. This just plugs into the TV. You gotta have it plugged into USB and HDMI. Comes off just like that, plugs right into the TV. And what it has is thousands of games at pretty good response rate too when you play, from old arcade games from Capcom all the way up to PlayStation era. You can play Pokemon games on your TV and even save the game. You can do save states and have a point that you can continue back from. And it comes with 2 controllers. So my kids and I were playing old games like Battletoads, Super Mario All-Stars, Street Fighter, and even Pocket Street Fighters, where they were little. And my girls just thought that was so cute. They loved fighting. The only thing is that they got a little too competitive and started fighting in real life. So had to take the game away for a little bit. But this was really cool. The controllers, they're kind of light. They're obviously not, extremely high quality, but they're also not, they're not cheap. They're comfortable in the hand. Very simple button layout. Familiar button layouts as well with the A, B, X, Y. Very much PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 feel in the hand. Feels much lighter. Has the R1, R2, L1, L2. And these have been great. Only downside is they're non-rechargeable. You have to have batteries in them, so you can't charge them up. Overall, this has been great. My daughters have loved it. Super fun to see them playing some arcade games. Well worth the $24, maybe $30 that I paid for this. And if you're interested, I will put the link to these straight from TikTok Shop, and I will put that in the description as well. Number 5, mostly because I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I'm still looking for the other ones, but I did get and already opened up Food and Fellowship deck. So this is Sam and Frodo's deck. I have played it only one time. I've already got them all sleeved up, but I've played it one time. It seems to be the most sought after deck of the Lord of the Rings commander decks. But overall, it was pretty fun to play, even the very first time I played. The thing I like about this set in particular versus the Final Fantasy decks and the newer decks is that it comes with the thick commander card. So this one is thicker. And it seems that they have stopped doing that with the newer commander decks. I haven't opened any Edge of Eternities commanders yet. Now they do still come with the normal card for your commander, but it's nice to have him just out there because you're playing with the commander so often, and to have the actual commander card just in a sleeve, tucked away safe, so it's not getting beat up. So this was the 5th thing that I was excited to show you from my July purchases and share with you guys, mostly because I am a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I can't believe it took me till Final Fantasy to get into Magic. Everyone's like, why didn't you get into it at Lord of the Rings? Why didn't you get into it at Lord of the Rings? I asked myself that same exact question. I don't know what it was about Final Fantasy that got me into it. Maybe just the pure draw of the nostalgia of Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 10 that I played growing up. But this was really exciting for me to get into, and really cool to see the different take on the looks of the hobbits and different characters. They didn't just copy and paste from the movies. They have their own unique art. So the Lord of the Rings deck was number 5. So that's it for my July haul stuff. Hopefully you guys have seen some cool stuff that you like. If you got any questions about the things that I got, just drop it in the comments below. Thank you guys for hanging out. As always, much love, and we will see you on the next one. Toodles.